What's going on, everyone? My name is VinnieBB and welcome back to some CS2. And in today's video, I will be going back to Dust 2 to show you how you can use effective utility on CT side and T side. I will not be including smokes in this video because I just did a separate smoke video of Dust 2. I'll have that linked in the description down below, and I'll have everything in this video timestamped in the description down below as well. A thing to note before getting started, I cover flashbangs and grenades as well. And the thing is with flashbangs and grenades, you know, they are very effective, but I'd go into a little bit of description on how you can personally use them. But Molotovs, I go into bigger detail about them. And like I said, this goes for CT and T side, you know, post plant and so on and so forth. So if you guys found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. I got more videos like this coming in the future. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, you know, I give away a skin every night and I play with viewers and play Premiere. And obviously looking at my Premiere rank now, it's kind of sad. So I'm working on that. Yeah, solo queue was absolutely awful. But if you guys want to stop on by, link is in the description down below. I would literally pee my pants if I see you there from YouTube. And without further ado, and for Vinny to stop yapping, let's get right into it. Obviously, if you don't know how to start up a map like this, all you gotta do is go to play, you go to practice, competitive, Dust 2, turn on infinite warm-up, ammo, and camera, and you just go. Starting off on A site, I'm going to show you on how to molly off anybody who's playing in this corner by car or anybody playing behind car. Now, in reality, sometimes you'll come over here long and you'll have your Molotov out, but then anybody playing behind car can absolutely just take your head off. So there's a way you can actually throw a Molotov without even having to peek long. So once you clear anything outside of A here, outside of A doors, all you're going to do is get on top of the barrel here, get up against the wall in the corner, and all we're going to do is aim at the very top of this black box right around this area, and we're going to hold out our Molotov, and we're just going to jump throw. So as we do jump throw in one motion, you'll see that it will land on top of the car, and the Molotov is just spreading, and the guy dies. Now, anybody who sees a Molotov pop, obviously, you know, if they're really ballsy enough, they'll just still stand behind here. The flames, they just vary on how they move. So anybody who sees a Molotov running at them, their first instinct is, I gotta get out of here. So they'll like start running, and you'll be able to catch them off guard with your teammates because, oh, they see a Molotov coming at them. Oh, it's probably gonna hit them, and they just start running away. So this is good to flush out anybody playing in that corner, anybody playing behind car, and you can just get an easy frag on them. Now, don't let this $400 Molotov go to waste. For the A side, however, you could throw it however you want. It just depends on your arch, and say, like, what if you want to bounce it off of something? For example, someone's playing elevator. If you just throw it and say this is smoked off here, all you gotta do, bounce it off that wall, make sure you don't throw it that hard, flushes out anybody playing elevator. Say if you think someone's playing on site, you know, throw it off the back wall. If you just do a little run throw it off the back wall, anybody playing behind these boxes, boom, molly it off. It's just anywhere you throw it. Obviously, you want to get the bomb plant down, so don't molly yourself off. But yeah, don't let these $400 go to waste. You're on cat. You think someone's playing on site, do a little run throw, boom, Molotov off. Same thing. If you want to molly off Goose, run up. Just make sure you watch out for anybody peeking you. Don't let this $400 go to waste, because look at that. You know, you flushed out somebody playing like elevator and Goose and on site, and you know, it might kill them. You'll do a lot of damage. Same thing with grenades. Grenades do a lot of damage, so it depends on how you want to run throw it, what your arch is, and all those factors combine it all. So make sure when you buy a Molotov, don't let it go to waste. Use it effectively. Now I'm going to show you a post-plant Molotov you can use on the A site, and I'm going to break this down the easiest way that I can. So say, for example, this Glock is the bomb. Obviously, I can't have the bomb. I don't know why. But imagine this Glock is the bomb, and it's planted anywhere in this area right here. Now, we're not going to talk about this area because that's a completely different thing. So anybody who thinks the bomb is planted here obviously thinks we're going to play all the way back here, you know, behind this. So when we peek out, we see them defuse. But if this is a 1v1 situation, say in a perfect world, what you can do is actually come all the way over here to Cat. And once you have your Molotov out and you hear that bomb being defused, make sure you're going to run and bounce it off this back wall here. So you hear, or whatever the fuse noise is. All you're going to do is do a run and make sure it bounces off that back wall and it mollies off anybody trying to defuse the bomb here. Now, obviously, they'll try and get away with it, you know, trying to get here, but their back is faced towards Cat. And if they try to plant on the other side, obviously they're in the Molotov. They see fire, they run away. And now if the bomb is planted out here, obviously they're right out in the open. And if you plant on top of the box, obviously you got to be ready for that. Anybody trying to get on top of the box. Those are some other case scenarios that may happen, but anything planted here, they'll get scared of the fire, they'll run away. If they're planted right, if they're still diffusing, make sure, obviously you got to check. You'll shoot them in the back because they can't see you because they have their back turned to you. And obviously if you plant it out here, you just peek out and swing them. Easy. Another effective Molotov for mid is anybody who's playing close cat. Say if someone's holding the corner with a shotgun or playing, back here, somewhere along these lines. The best way to do this and to flush them out is by coming to this corner and just basically doing it like a long run throw. It doesn't matter if you throw it long or if you throw it a little bit shorter, just like a regular tiny run throw. If you just try and get that Molotov in there, you molly anybody off, and look at that. They're all the way back here now. And, your team could run down mid, run down to, like, through mid, catch them off guard with that. So the person on cat's like, oh, crap, I have to peek out mid or I have to come back over here to site. It's a really good Molotov to flush anybody who's playing there so your team can do a wacky rotate, say through the lower tons or straight up through their spawn. Effective Molotov you can use for B site is actually mauling back Plat here. Now this may be a little bit risky, but you could try it anyways. So say your team wants to run B, you want to rush B. All you gotta do is take out that Molotov, have a higher arch, aim anywhere above this building here, and if you just chuck that Molotov, anybody who's usually playing this behind this blue box, which is very common, I almost died there. Anybody who's playing behind that box will have to move out of there, and that is really the only effective Molotov you can use for B site. Say if you got like door smoked off, window smoked off in a perfect world, obviously you can come over here, molly outside door, molly window. These are usually common spots, but sometimes people will just come up really close and, I'm gonna molly close door, or I'm gonna molly, close window, do like a little underhand window throw. Well, not that much, but you get what I mean. A lot of these Molotovs for site, they can only like molly back Plat. All these other ones, I would definitely come out to site, throw your Molotovs regularly for those. I'm going to show you a post-plant Molotov that you can also do. So this is, for example, if the bomb is planted back here, if the bomb is planted here, no matter what, you can do this outside of window. Just make sure no one is swinging you from doorway. So if you hear the bomb get tapped once, what you're going to do is come up to this corner here, and you're going to line your crosshair up in the middle part of where this top of the right shadow is. Not this left one, the right one. So I say this about the middle part. All we're going to do is jump and release left click. So as we do that, the Molotov will fall right down onto site. Anywhere that the bomb is being planted on the site will get mollied off. Obviously, this area, no. And behind this box, not really as well. Now, the big thing is, if you want to stop anybody from defusing in this corner, what you could do is come up to here, and all you gotta do is just underhand your Molotov right on top of the box. And why must you do that? Well, look at this. The Molotov is spreading through the fire. They won't be able to defuse. And obviously, you risk window for that. But in reality, look at that. You could just swing through door, because once they tap it again, boom, you could tap it. Or, since they're off the bomb and the Molotov is going off, you could peek window again. They won't expect it the second time. Moving on to CT side Molotovs, these are actually $200 more than the T side Molotovs. T-side Molotovs are 400, CT side Molotovs are 600. So I'm going to show you some easy, like, your normal Molotov spots that you do as a CT player on A, B, and mid. So obviously the easiest CT thing if you're playing A long, take your incendiary grenade. All you got to do is just regularly throw it. Doesn't matter what the arch is like, hopefully not way up here, but if you just molly it off, you just spared yourself some time, to reposition and, just try and get some picks off of like A long. Now, let's say the T side flush you back to site. What you can do with your Molotov is not let it go to waste. If you think they're pushing up the site fast, obviously make it bounce off the back wall. You got plenty of ample things to work with. Obviously, they could still get through the Molotov. It just depends on how you throw it. If you throw it super hard, it might get closer. If you throw it like barely short, it'll get farther. It just depends on how you throw it and how hard you throw it when you run and throw it off the back wall. And obviously, you can underhand it as well, but that's a little bit more riskier. You can Molotov the site, you can molly the car. It doesn't matter what you do with the Molotov. As long as you delay the team, the T-sided team, from getting to the site, it's effective. Obviously, your gun can do all the work, but do not panic. Just use your incendiary grenade and you can stall them so your team can come and help you. Just say if your teammate said, oh my god, they're running up cat, don't be scared to use your incendiary, because if you just throw it, no matter how you throw it, all the flames will engulf. I burnt myself there, but look at that. You've stalled the T side and your team can start rotating fast. You start catching them off guard as well. Now, if you're a CT playing for Catwalk, obviously you can molly off Catwalk, and the molly actually goes into mid ramp. So you can stop anybody who's trying to go through mid or trying to go up cat. You can molly off under tons, bottom tons, and it'll stop anybody from trying to run out under tons to out mid doors. There's a lot of factors coming out here. You're playing on B side. You've stalled them. Awesome. Now moving on to grenades. I'm going to show this from T and CT side perspective, but grenades and Molotovs kind of go hand in hand. Now, obviously, the Molotovs, do like damage over time. Say if someone's sitting in the fire, they will do a massive amount of damage in a spread area. Well, same thing with grenades. Once you hit that grenade, no matter how you throw it or where you throw it or what your arch is, the grenade will do its damage as well. And once you know you've done the damage is when it makes that squish noise in game when you hit somebody with it. So grenades are effective in any sort of way. You can grenade anybody who's, say, playing here. If you've seen somebody, obviously you heard that squish noise, that's when you know you've hit somebody. Obviously I hit myself. You can grenade behind car. You can grenade sight. It just does not matter where you throw it. As long as you effectively use your grenade, grenading cat, like anybody who's coming up cat. If you don't have a Molotov, because Molotovs sometimes are expensive. 400 for T side, 600 for CT side. Just use your grenade effectively. No matter if you have to left click or you have to underhand throw it, it doesn't matter. All you got to do is make sure that you just use it at all, because you never know where anybody is on the map unless you're walling. But for like T side, boom, get anybody back sight. Throw it towards window. Get anybody who's playing behind window. Get anybody who's playing behind door. You never know where anybody's being played. It doesn't matter if it's on T side or CT side. CT side, throw it down the hallway. You never know if someone's playing at this close corner here. You'll deal some good damage without even having to shoot your gun. So no matter where you're playing in Dust 2 or any map in general, grenades will be effective. Even if you don't do any damage, that gives you some information. You didn't hear the squish? They're not there. They might be a little bit farther back. Just be wary of that. But still, grenades effective either way. There's no good grenade spot like, oh, gotta get him there. Oh, it's gonna blow up right there. Use it effectively however you throw it. Now, flashbangs are also very effective when it comes to CS2 and in general just playing the game, because I fall victim to buying flashbangs and not even using them. So these are very effective to execute sites, call really good plays like, hey guys, I need a flash. Boom, they get flashed. And I'm going to show you some simple flash spots that everyone really does on Dust 2, and I'll show from both T and CT side. Now, you can throw the flash however you want. You can underhand some places, you can overhand some places. It doesn't really matter. However, you just get that flash out there and you use it effectively. So, coming up on T side, we're going to go out A doors, and this is a common flash that everyone's done since CSGO. Obviously, we're just going to throw our flashbang over, and anybody who's playing that long corner over here will get flashed. And it happens every time. Flash me over door. Boom, the flash gets thrown over door. You can also bounce it off of this edge over here of the doorway. Flash gets thrown out anyways. You could throw it over the between A doors. Throw it really high up. And anybody who's playing here, boom, super blind. Now, sorry for anybody who's watching in the dark, but this is going to be the worst experience for you. Same thing over here. Flashes, go over high. Boom. Anybody who's playing sight behind car, boom, get flashed. Like, use your flashbangs effectively. Even if it's smoked off here, use your flash. If you want to throw it, just like throw it catwalk, you go get up here, boom. It just stalls them because they got like a couple seconds of blindness. Now, obviously, post plant, use your flashes. Right hand over, boom. Someone's playing CT, they're flashed. Say we go out mid here. We want to do a mid execute, boom. We'll go throw it over here. And anybody's playing CT, flashed. As you can see on the mini map down there, anybody got flashed. Same thing over here. Bounce it off this wall. Opper, flashed. Coming over here. You get my point. Basically, flashes are also very effective for T side. You can throw them above or out the doors or out the roof here. Jump throw. Boom. People on site will get flashed. You can throw it, bounce off the wall. Like I said, all these flashes I'm throwing, very effective. You're not letting your flashbang go to waste. This one, super effective. You crouch and throw. Boom. Anybody on site is flashed. Just make sure that you use them effectively. Do not blind your teammates because they will get a little bit upset at you. Just fair warning. So yeah, you can use these however you want. You can use them on CT side as well. Say if I'm a CT sided player, you can throw a flashbang in there, catch them off guard. If you know that like T side's coming up cat, you can actually bounce it off this wall. Flashes everyone. You can bounce it off this wall. Flashes everyone. Flashes myself. Just make sure you use your flashbangs effectively. Just like grenades, flashbangs, however you throw them, underhand, overhand, just works for you. Now that is all I have for utility on Dust 2. Molotovs, very effective. Make sure you use them in the right spots, the right places. Don't molly your team or don't let it blow up in midair, Use them very effectively for post plant and for taking sites. And when it comes to flashes, use them effectively. Don't blind your teammates, but be sure when you buy flashes, just use them. Don't even have to like throw them at somebody. If you see somebody, just throw them, just throw something off. Like if you want to peek a corner and you don't want to swing out, like dry swing, use a flash. And when it comes to grenades, it depends on how you throw the grenade, underhand, overhand. If you want to use it for information, you'll hear that squish, someone might be there, or just to deal basic damage whatsoever. So I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you sub, like, whatever if you want to, if you find this very helpful. And if you want to follow me on Twitch, I do a skin giveaway every night, and I also play some CS2 Premiere, and I'll do viewer games, and hopefully I want to do more like stuff like that with all of you guys if you want to join on by in the future. So be sure to stop on by. Link is in the description down below. And thank you all for watching. And until next time, boys and girls, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.